we're going to have a little discussion. My loving family, that's who I need right now. I don't have it all figured out. We're right in the middle of a bunch of things that have happened today. Each of us is carrying something as we step into 2026. We just passed Christmas, 2025. And here comes the new year, 2026. Woo, woo. Last week, just before Christmas, Danielle's dad got on the saddle of his horse, the old cowboy, rode off into the sunset. I'm so sorry. And actually, sorry is not ever enough. What I really mean to say is we really love Jay and he's going to be well missed. Will you tell us how you're doing?
Doing all right. I'm glad that any suffering that he was going through in the final few days that he had is over, and I am comfortable, I think, knowing that I had a really good goodbye and that he's hopefully seeing all of our animals and his family and everything. So my mom said that he's on his way to build their mansion. And my sister was like, he's probably using duct tape and baling twine and all the other silly things that he used to do to like fix things up. And that made me laugh. So, but yeah, I'm doing all right. Good days, bad days, trying to take it one day at a time. So,
Yeah, we helped him move a couple of times and he had a lot of duct tape and twine. And well, he had a really neat pet name for your mom. What was it?
syrup.
Syrup.
Yeah, instead of like
Mhm.
honey or dear babe or whatever people call each other. They wanted something unique, so they called each other syrup. Since his health has been declining, and on the last day that I was there, we walked in and he said, "It's syrup." And that was my mom. Really appreciated that.
Do you have any good memories of your Uncle Jay?
I mean, he's very quiet, which I like.
He was quiet unless he
A
was
man of few
angry.
words. Yes, he was. Yeah.
The other thing that's going on is Dominic heads back across the ocean later today. His best friend, we got a call about his best friend this morning. Yeah, took a spill, bonk on the head, concussion, actually a pretty serious one.
Severe.
Some short-term memory loss going on. We were really stressed out and worried this morning. Morning reminded us how fragile everything is. Let go and hold on at the same time. How do I keep the love that I have while my family is far away, even in the Netherlands? In my book, Stepstones to Calm Emotions, there's a word every day. I find setting goals to be too much and SMART goals to be even harder. I kept falling short. As we approach the new year, I like to set intentions now. It's worked very well. I check in with an intentions document that I just kind of keep running. So it gets bigger and bigger and bigger over time. But it's really cool because I can really see how much progress I've made over the last several years since I've been doing this and keeping track of setting an intention, moving toward it, watching life shift around and get messy and then somehow coming back into the stream of something at the next higher level. And I set all kinds of goals in different areas of my life, not goals, intentions. What are you guys taking into 2026?
That's a good question. I think I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm taking the rest of the year off, which is allowing me to kind of slow down and get intentional on what my intentions are and the energy that I want to carry into 2026. The word that has been bouncing around for me has been gentle, which I think encompasses a few other different words for myself, like slow and intentional and purposeful and easy and things like that. I mean, you know me, I'm always a list girly. So I have gone into previous years with like this long of a list of everything that I've wanted to accomplish. And unless I accomplish it all, which I never do, I'm not good enough in my brain for some reason. I have a lot of negative self-talk. And so I want to try to change my mindset around the intentions that I set and the goals that I want to achieve this year, and just be more gentle with myself about it and not be so hard on myself and drive myself through guilt, but more love for myself and everything and the people around me and the things that I want to do and everything. So that's kind of the idea that I have, and getting more clear on it as the days go. But this and these kind of conversations really help. So happy to be here with you.
Yes, after my dad passed, the grief counselor said, no major decisions for a year. I did a tribute flight for my dad and found a great flight instructor and started learning to fly. And after my dad passed, it was one of his passions.
Mhm.
And that was a easy and small decision. Don't get me wrong, it is not easier to fly an airplane, but doing it one step at a time, and it just grew into something really beautiful and magical. And the first time I ever, after my dad passed, that I ever really felt super connected to him, and this might sound crazy, but I was up doing my first solo and I looked over and I could swear he was sitting in the right seat next to me, with a big smile on his face. And
Yeah.
so flying kept me connected to my dad. And I think having a gentle year is a super good idea. What are your thoughts for the new year?
Well, I mean, I'm definitely taking school into the new year, so that's consistent. I think the word I chose was vision. I don't have any specific idea of where I'm going, what I'm doing.
And what are you doing?
Good question. School mainly. I guess it's about finding things other than school that motivate me and I'm passionate about.
But the academics have been somewhat challenging, right?
Yeah,
And what are you studying?
communication science, most recently qualitative research and political communication and journalism.
Yeah. And where do you think you might go with that?
Well, I guess there's a lot of media things that are adjacent to communication science. I'm most interested in data and analyzing communication, so communication data analysis.
Yeah, I think one of your cousins is also headed down the data path.
Nice.
Well, last year I used Uplift. This is another bad kidding one. Uplift to in my work and all that I touched and I did. But it was a very private year, just a lot of inward work and foundational and redoing my website and things like that. And starting these videos, which you challenged me to do, that has not been easy and a little terrifying at times. I think it's getting to be more comfortable, but this 2026 year, I think, needs to come out of me a little bit more. We're adding some people to these videos, and hopefully we'll be adding some more in the new year. So my 2026 word I see is radiate, like the sun and energy, and just making sure that things flow out, and don't stop with what's between my ears and my cranium, the insecurities and the doubts and the fears and all the stuff that comes up. And sometimes the sadness, like it seems to be swirling around today, this week. Lots of changes leaving 2025. I've talked to a number of people that are going to be happy to see 2026 coming. Today remind me what matters most. Life is short. The people we love are fragile. We want to be talking to each other, reminding each other that we're here for each other, that there's always the love is flowing, even if we're far away and seemingly disconnected. Danielle's on another coast and Dominic's going to be halfway around the world. But when we try to connect frequently, with our ups and our downs in life, sometimes escaping into the hole is the direction that we go. And I'm always trying to use the rope to pull people back up and communicate about it and just go through the very real emotions that we all have. Grief, hope, uncertainty, even the positive emotions like excitement when we're doing something new, All of these things cause stress inside of our body, and we need to remain calm. We were just telling Chris this morning after his accident, and they want him to be quiet and not be on screens, and he needs to have the mind quiet. He needs to allow himself to heal a couple of days. Danielle's had loss. We've all had some stress. We need to rest. We need to take it inside and allow ourselves to heal. So what are your intentions for 2026? I hope that you will share them with us. One of my friend's sons reminded her to like and subscribe, which is not something that sounds salesy to me, so I don't usually think about it, but just something to consider if you'd like to join us along the way. And hopefully you will reach out to us and jump in on one of these calls, because we'd love to hear what's going on with you so we can talk about it. Maybe you'll have a stepstone, find a stepstone that will calm your emotions. That's what we're all doing today, talking to each other, a little support, lots of love. And in January, I'm doing my first growth shop. That's what I'm calling it. On our website, on the blog, there are growth sheets. I'm not a big fan of the word work. We're using growth a lot more. This new thing I'm doing in the new year, hopefully will expand out and help some people grow through to the next level, the next stone on their pathway, laying it down in the labyrinth of life, coming into our own center, finding who we truly are, finding our breath, and then moving back out into the world at a whole new level. Sometimes that takes support, information, resources, knowledge, experiences, and it all can be a part of our own growth journey. It should be. Well, I love you two so much.
I'm excited for what 2026 has in store.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Yeah, we
Yeah.
thought we might include some dogs on this video, but nope. Nobody showed up. As a matter of fact, what was going on with your dog over there?
She was napping and she was really grumpy when I tried to move her, so we're just gonna leave her where she's at.
Yes. And everybody's in their mid-afternoon naps, which doesn't sound like a bad idea. Maybe we'll all take a mid-afternoon nap today.
That sounds kind of nice.
All right, guys. I love you so much. Have a great 2026. It's here in just a few days. Set those intentions. You can download some resources on our website.
Oh, there he is.
Now the cat is here after we're done.